Good Tuesday, everybody. We are back down here on the farm project doing all this mulching, and I'm gonna walk a little ways down here and just kind of see what we got a little further ways down. I went through here with the client a few weeks ago when we looked at all this, but there's so much to do I forget kind of what's around the curve here, so let's walk down here and see. So if you're new to the channel, I'll just give you an update. If you didn't see the last video, the owner out here had someone come in and do a controlled burn further back this way, but when he brought the dozer through, he kind of pushed some stuff off here, and we're just trying to clean this road up through here. We're specifically trying to target any of the gum trees I can get, any of these pines that are leaning over like these two, get rid of them. But any of these gum trees that I can just swing over and reach with the mulcher on the Mini, we're gonna get rid of, because he hates these gum trees. And the reason why, one, they're almost like invasive, they grow like weeds, and two, this is a hunting property. So when he walks through here trying to get to his tree stands and stuff, these little leaves right here, these little gum leaves, they make a lot of noise, especially when they're dry. It's wet out right now, but when it's dry, like in the summertime and early fall, these leaves make a ton of noise when you walk on them compared to the pine straw. So we're trying to get rid of as many of them kind of as we can, and there's a whole thicket of them growing through here. So we're gonna come through here, we're gonna take all these out, get rid of all these gums down this side, open this up, and let's just walk down here and see what else we got. So here's where we're trying to kind of get to. This was burned through here and really up here, but you can see the burn marks on the trees. We'll get rid of some of these gums. Then we're trying to get here to this tree stand here. This is a lot more open. We're going to clear out some more of these gums and then start any of these pines that are burnt and dead. We're getting rid of them and just kind of clear all this up, get rid of some of these trees that are down and any of the pines that are dead. And we're going to open up most of this through here and just clean all this up through here. And that's what we're trying to get to for now. We gotta keep going. It's a long way to go. So, all right, the machine should be done warming up. Let's get to it. So I think this is a good stopping point for today. We're at this little crossroads right here. We're not going down that way or that way. We're going to keep going straight. If you're new to the channel, the owner out here has a little Takeuchi TB235 that he lets me run. He has a little brush cutter for it that I use to mow the ditches and stuff, but he's also got a bucket for it. So what I think I'm going to come do through here tomorrow, and I've already talked to him about it, and he's cool with it. I'm going to kind of come through here, especially not too much through here. There's not too much here, just a few little things I'm going to get by hand here. We're really just trying to get some of these gums off this trail through here. But up here, where the guy came through with the dozer and pushed these mounds up, I need to come through here and dress down these mounds, clean them up. I'm trying to save some of the nicer trees and get rid of just the gums. So like right in here, so we'll take the bucket, clean that up, dress this down in here, you know, kind of clean up this corner and stuff, and just kind of rake all that out. And because this is all going to end up growing with grass, and he's going to need to be able to maintain this with his tractor and bush hog, because what he does, he just takes the bush hog down through here. Well, this is going to grow up with grass, and this is probably going to need to be maintained for at least for a little while. This is coming along. It's a little rough right now, which it always is. A lot more to do. I'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Pretty cool little day. A lot of time lapse, so it'll be fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Well, speak of the devil, and well, you know. So the trail I'm working on is right there. That's where we got started, and I drove down there today so I had to take 10 gallons of fuel to the machine. I could have the grease gun, all my tools and my lunch and everything, instead of having to track all the way back up there to the house. And coming out of this hole right here, I was backing up and I got a little stuck. So let's see if the old Tamagotchi can pull me out here really quick. Man, she's barely at half throttle. Well, Tamagotchi's got some power over here. I'm not a huge fan of these tag couplers. I don't really like them. They're kind of a pain in my opinion compared to the Kubota or the Deere style manual couplers. I really do like Kubota's manual style coupler. Then I would say Deere, and then probably these. Well, this is a Wainroy style, what they call a Wainroy style coupler, but Tag makes a lot of them. But I do like this. My Kubota doesn't have this on the back end to like hook stuff up to, like a chain or something. When I saw this, I was like, I'm not a big fan of these couplers, but I do like this right here. So, all right, that worked out well. I'm go ahead and just, I'll leave this thing back here so I've got it for tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna use first thing tomorrow, and hopefully I'm out of here for the day. I don't get stuck again. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are back down here on the farm job. It is chilly out here today. It's not cold, but it's like one of those like chilly days where it's like one of those like wet kind of colds that kind of gets into your bones. It's just wet and damp and cold. Anyway, got the little Tamagotchi warming up, and we're gonna start getting some of these piles over here that the guy with the dozer, when they did this controlled burn, we're going to try to clean some of these piles up and just tidy this mulching through here that I've done already, just kind of get it tidied up. So let's see what we can get done. For the record, and I don't know if you guys have seen my video reviewing this machine, this is a Takeuchi TB235-2, so it's a 3.5 ton, weighs about 8, with this cab on it, weighs 8,000 and some change pounds, maybe close to 9. I really like this little machine. Well, at least the cab. There's a lot of things I like about this machine. There's a few things I don't like, but I absolutely love this cab. The ergonomics of it, the comfortability of it, the seat, everything about this cab, Takeuchi has on point. I'd say my only real criticism are these foot pedals in the Kubota. I can flip mine up right here on the back side to give me a little more leg room. But outside of that, I mean, there's not much to not like. I mean, I think this is a bigger cab than the Kubota, and that's a 5.5 ton. There's a few things I don't like about this machine, or that just don't work well for what I do with the way the Takeuchis are designed. But this cab, best cab I've ever sat in any machine, period, by far. Love it. I love getting to run this machine because it's like just sitting in a Cadillac for a couple hours. It's just so nice. So let's get to digging and grading. So let's see how we're looking here. I think I've got everything from where the Kubota is sitting up there at the intersection through here pretty much how I want it. The owner will be here actually this afternoon. There's the only thing left to do through here that I know of is come back and mulch these piles down. I'm probably guessing it'll probably take an hour to come back through here and mulch all this down. I'll probably do that last. I want to keep making progress going that way because all this does is just kind of make a big loop. So we'll come back for this, but as far as everything else is down in here, I got these piles kind of knocked down and graded. Everything looks real good. So let's, I need to go let the Kubota warm up for a minute and see what we got next. Well, that's the end of today, Wednesday, for this job. And this section, I'm pretty sure is done. I'm gonna go see if the owner's here. I came back through and mulched a few more of these gums off this little path through here, because when I looked up, I noticed that the branches were overhanging the trail here. And the main problem that he has with these gums is when the leaves fall and he's walking through here to get to his tree stands and stuff, they make a lot of noise. They're real crunchy. You know, you step on them, they make, and especially they're kind of wet and damp, but when they're dry, they make a lot of noise. And they just crunch and crack and snap, crackle, and pop. And they're kind of invasive. They just kind of take over everything. They choke everything out. There's a really big one right there. But for the most part, most of the ones that are overhanging directly over this trail are pretty much gone. I might end up taking one or two of those tall ones right there out. The branches are borderline, and all those trees are going to do is get bigger. So those may come out as well. There's a few more that I'm going to come back tomorrow and just snatch up with the chainsaw, like right there. And that one, I can't quite get in there with the mulcher, but this is done for today. I'll walk down here real quick and show you guys what's on the agenda for tomorrow. So just to give you guys a little preview, here's where we're starting tomorrow. This is the next little intersection area here. We're going to get rid of some of these gums right here on this corner. Come through here. There's a tree stand right here. And there's a few more gums right here. These trails kind of all converge. There's a little area right here. We're going to get rid of the gums in there. And then this all got burned pretty good. I saw a video from the guy out here when he was burning. He had a video on his phone. There was an area back here. He was somewhere on the dozer, and the flames were, you know, as high as he was sitting in the cab of the dozer. It was insane. I was like, I don't know how you do this freaking job. I'd lose my mind. But anyway, you can see a lot of this got burned pretty good. We're gonna be starting, we're gonna mulch all this stuff, this deadfall, and then pretty much where that big pine is, right there, we're gonna kind of go in here and open this whole little section out right here and pretty much take out everything in here about to where those pines are right there that are still alive. Just kind of come in here and clear out all these gums and these burnt pines. It's mostly gums. There's a few pines in here, but they're deader than hell from being burnt up. I think these gums, hopefully these gums are mostly dead too. Clean up all that, mulch down some of this deadfall over here and some of these gums right here. Get rid of all that and just clean this up and clean up that line to where those pines start down there. So this is where we're going to be starting tomorrow, and then we got a whole bunch more of these areas where this stuff burned. As you go down this trail, there's a ton of areas where there's just a bunch of burn up stuff that just needs to be mulched because it's all dead. It needs to be cleaned up. So stay tuned for that. That's what we'll be starting tomorrow. It's a gorgeous afternoon. I'll have to sharpen the teeth and put some fuel in the machine tomorrow before I get started, but that shouldn't take too long, and then we're going to get to mulching. So y'all stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.